Hey, how y'all doing, man? Y'all gotta watch these videos because I'm trying to do this for y'all. I don't get paid to do these videos, but I'm hopefully one day I will. But let me add something real quick about SNAP benefits that y'all need to know. So, what you need to know is most illegals do not. So, the government is shut down. People, Republicans blaming Democrats, Democrats blaming Republicans. Uh, whatever. They say it's because they're trying not to let, healthcare premiums go up for Americans, which I've researched and they say is true. But again, do your own research. A lot of people are saying it's because they're trying to get illegals um, health insurance, but it's hard enough to get U.S. citizens a job, let alone trying to become illegal and getting a job or become illegal and getting health insurance. That's not the truth. So we're going to get to the facts and the truth of the matter when it comes to these food stamps. And the truth of the matter when it comes to these food stamps is majority of people is 18 to 59. That's the demographic that I've seen. Most of these people are not illegal. They're U.S. citizens. And the vast majority, 39% of people are children that are getting the food stamp benefits. Most people that are getting these food stamps benefits, the vast majority, when it really comes down to it, I believe at least 60% is people who have children in the household, people who are elderly, people who are have mental illness. These are the main groups. It's not true that, yes, we have people that aren't doing right by their food stamps, might be selling food stamps and those things of the nature back in the past and things of that. But most people that are getting food stamps are people that can't work. It's the truth. Most people that are getting food stamps are people that are senior citizens, people that are elderly, people that have mentally unhealthy or have a physical handicap, people that are in need, people that are in poverty. Yes, you have the welfare queens, but the majority of people and the welfare kings, but the majority of people need those food stamps. Majority of people are in poverty. Now, they might be in poverty for different reasons, and they might be in poverty because of their own reasons and their own bad choices. But these majority of people on food stamps are for people that are needy. One of my friends, my ex-coworkers, several years ago, maybe during the pandemic, he said, you're working at this job, you're working at this retailer, you going to school, you can get a certain number of food stamps and food capabilities. I said, nah, man, I'd rather work for mine. He kept encouraging me to get it. So by the time when it's all said and done, it was only going to give me $200 a month as a single. And I still never even went on the food stamps because they wanted me to prove that 3 pay stubs, and people don't even get checks anymore, so you got to screenshot the pay stubs after filling out all the paperwork. He had an easier ride than me. He just got his. And after that, you had to have this document for your employer or your manager to sign off so that they can double check that you was working. And I'm like, I don't want my manager in my business for $200 extra a month. So when it all said and done, I just worked 2 extra shifts. And worked harder just so that I can have extra income and extra money. And I just picked up a job. I worked at Instacart and I did, additional jobs before I even got to work. So I just rather take the extra gig or take an extra shift because I know a lot of people, especially younger people, call out, don't like to work, all those things. So I just wait for them to call me as they do every week, and I just picked up an extra shift instead of waiting for the government and his hands out for a government handout and things of that nature. So that's why I encourage y'all, man, to just get an extra job, get a second and third job, especially if you got kids. Beggars can't be choosers. So with that being said, I just gotta tell y'all a little bit about the food stamps. I'll try to put some of the statistics, but the majority of people on those food stamps are people that really need them. The elderly, again, not undocumented citizens. People don't realize if you never filed for food stamps, how hard it is to get food stamps. You gotta have some type of income coming in. It's called supplemental. You know, you got this is SNAP benefits are supplemental. Like, I don't know how anybody else is scamming the system. That's neither here nor there. I'm gonna tell you my prior experience. I'm gonna tell you my research, and I'm gonna put the research down in the description. Rashad the Great, like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications on. This is day 5 of 75 hard. I've been drinking my water. This is my first bottle of the day. Been drinking my water, but yeah, man, y'all all this misinformation. And at the end of the day, 12% of Americans are on food stamps. They are on food stamps, on some type of aid. It's not the majority of people anyways. It's only 12% of the nation. Yes, that's a lot because we have about, 340, 350 million people living in this country. So any percentage is going to be high. 10% is going to be high. 20% of that large number is going to be high. But what it comes down to is we got to get out of debt free. We got to become debt free. We got to follow the baby steps, the Dave Ramsey baby steps. I've talked about it several times. If you don't know what they are by now, you can either watch my videos or watch Dave's videos or Google it yourself. But you got to get out of debt. You got to do what's right for when you have a job, pay off all your debts. We're going to have to cancel Christmas. We might have to cancel holidays, birthdays, whatever it takes to become debt free. Then you can give your kids bigger gifts like houses. Cars when they get older, houses when they get older, debt-free college, stuff that's gonna help make them even more money. They're not gonna care about a toy that they had at 5 years old when they turn 25. They're not even gonna remember that toy you gave them, most of the toys. But they're gonna remember if you pay for their college. They're gonna remember if you was able to give them, help them out, get a house. They're gonna remember if you had a college fund for them, or if you had emergency savings set aside so they could start their own business. But anyways, Rashad the Great, I gotta go work out. Like, comment, subscribe. Day 5 of 75 hard. Trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so I can get monetized. Yes, additional revenue stream. Make great decisions so you can have a great life. Have a great day. Rashad the Great, I'm out. Like, comment, subscribe. Turn notifications on, baby.